You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rudrance, for our Black and White Sports 2. Well, I couldn't believe this when I saw it, but I've seen it now. For full disclosure, I've always kind of liked Ron Rivera, okay? Had Carolina pretty respectable, made a Super Bowl, and I thought, okay, he's a good, professional, solid NFL coach to try to stabilize a dumpster fire organization in the Commanders. Well, I guess maybe I was wrong, because when you drop the ball this badly or you're this unaware of exactly the scenario that your team is in as a head football coach, I'm baffled by that, okay? Normally, like today, I might be banging the drum. You've got to get rid of a head coach that is this unaware of his surroundings. I mean, this kind of space cadet shit, okay? However, I'd have to preface that by saying, look, the Commanders are a dumpster fire. Their ownership is a dumpster fire, Dan Snyder. And if you get rid of Rivera right now prior to a Washington sale, all right, and the football team is supposedly up for sale. We don't know. That's the rumor. Supposedly valued at $7 billion. I actually do believe that. Washington is actually a really valuable franchise, believe it or not. So anyway, Ron Rivera came out. He was asked a question in a press conference, and we'll take a look at it, about how he was unaware that the Commanders were facing elimination from the playoffs. And of the scenarios that could have happened, he's come out and he's tried to back off of this and clarify. But before we listen to it, let me just tell you, I don't believe him. I don't, okay? So, you know, and maybe some people do. I don't. It feels like a total lack of awareness. We got Fox News and we got Twitter, because Twitter is just baffled that he chose to go with Carson Wentz over Taylor Heinicke. And it baffles everybody. I think these organizations, they have one bad game out of a quarterback, and sometimes they decide to move off of them. And I think Taylor Heinicke should have started this game. He's got a quicker release. And, man, unbelievable. Washington Commanders coach Ron Rivera raised eyebrows on Sunday with a puzzling answer to a question about the team's playoff scenarios following a loss to the Cleveland Browns. You cannot lose to the Browns with Deshaun Watson playing yesterday. You cannot do that. For the Commanders to make the playoffs on Sunday, the team needed to beat the Browns, get a Seattle Seahawks and Detroit Lions to lose, and the Green Bay Packers to lose or tie. But they didn't hold up their end of the bargain, and by the end of the day, they were facing elimination. Wow. Rivera suggested in his post-game press conference that he wasn't aware of the threat of being eliminated from playoff contention before the game. He made the switch to go with Carson Wentz as starting quarterback over Taylor Heinicke. Washington lost 24-10. He was asked about the quarterback strategy if Washington was eliminated. And I mean, this is crazy as hell.
To clarify, you said you would talk about quarterback next week. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings, then you guys are eliminated.
Wow. I mean, he's unaware that they could be eliminated. I'm just... Now, he's come back. This is what John Kemp tweeted out to clarify, said he was frustrated by the question. Why? It's a valid question. Said he didn't know that they could be eliminated because he thought they would win and only focused on what would happen if they won. Didn't consider the alternative. According to ESPN, Rivera later said he was frustrated, and that's what we just covered. So, that's the thing. Now, let's flash to this. 18 hours ago, NFL on CBS, Carson Wentz 0 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 37.7 passer rating. He was a dumpster fire. In case you're wondering, this was Heinicke versus Wentz this season. 5-3-1 versus 2-5. 12 TDs, 6 picks. 11 TDs, 9 picks. 1,859 yards, 1,755 yards. An 89.6 passer rating. An 80.2 passer rating. A few hundred Commander fans stuck around to boo Wentz as he left the field. That's dedication. Shannon Sharp, supposed to be Taylor Heinicke, pointing at the screen. This is unbelievable. Completions to Commanders, 2. Completions to Browns, 2. Incompletions, 2. Wow, that's hard to believe that was a actual scenario at one point yesterday during that game, because that's so bad. Rich Eisen, I believe we need a 30 for 30 on why the Commanders chose to start Wentz today. I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable. And this is really, this little, let's look at him run this play. Now, there's going to be a receiver take off through here that's got 2 Browns on him, all right? And there's going to be a receiver on the left that clearly gets separation and is going to be wide open for a touchdown. Watch this. He glances, boom, he breaks. You see him right there? He's coming wide open. And he throws it over here. Intercepted, okay? And I'm sorry, but I think that was a scenario where, where he had decided where he was throwing the ball before it happened. Look, bet MGM. Yeah, Terry McLaurin seeing Carson Wentz return. Just a shake of the head. It's like, oh, frick. This is unbelievable. The fans in Washington chanting Heinicke. Wow. I mean, they're just furious. They're absolutely furious. This guy says, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that Rivera didn't know the Commanders could be eliminated today. How does this happen in modern NFL? Did this impact his decision to start Wentz? I'm so confused. So is all Commanders fans. This is awful. 16-28, 143. No TDs, 3 picks. Wow. I mean, he's just getting drugged. Michael Wilbon, the great Michael Wilbon. I love Ron Rivera. He played for my favorite team, the 85 Bears. He's a worthy man and head coach. But starting Carson Wentz today with everything on the line for Washington was about as dumb a decision as a coach can make. There's Commander fans acting like that, yeah. I mean, just done. Drinking bleach, throwing themselves off the balcony. I mean, Arn Anderson doing the DDT of the guy trying to run in. It's supposed to be Carson Wentz running in the ring. And he gets DDT'd by the legendary 4 Horsemen. Reported to Carson Wentz, can you take us through your interception? Wentz, which one? God. Oh, Vince Carter. Carson Wentz after every interception today. I got one more in me. My God. If there was only some way to know Carson Wentz might play like this, Ross Tucker. That's crazy. Look at, Chase Young, at least he's giving his players some love. Heinicke's like FUB. I would like to sit down with the people responsible for Wentz starting and ask them to describe Wentz's current skill set. It is just unfathomable that this happens. It truly is. Look, that's I think that might be ECW back in the day, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what that's from. Commanders fans just throwing it. Look at Chase Young's face. When your team starts Carson Wentz while in playoff contention. Wow. It's unbelievable. Let's look at this one. Commander ranks this season by starting quarterback. Win percentage, 9th. And then every other category is a advantage considerably with Carson Wentz in the game. What is this? A guy took his Wentz jersey off and threw it on the field. Oh God, it's unbelievable that this happened. And what I mean by this happening is that Rivera did not know that they could be eliminated from playoff contention. That affects everything, especially including the decision to start Carson Wentz to begin with. Wow. It's unbelievable. It truly is. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Ron Rivera, how egregious is it that he did not know that the team could be eliminated from the playoffs? I don't care what his follow-up statement is. Clearly, he did not know. It's all over his face. The surprise is there. The hurt is there. And I like Ron. I do. He seemed like an honorable man. You know, military family, all of that. But it's clear he didn't know, which is unforgivable for a head coach not to understand playoff scenarios. And in turn, would you have made this quarterback switch? I'm going to tell you, though, my biggest issue, I believe he still starts Wentz. He should have never started Wentz. Wow. Fireable offense. I mean, Ron Rivera should probably not continue to have the job, you know, but under the circumstances of the team being sold or in the process of being sold, I would probably let Rivera make it and see what happens one more year maybe. Otherwise, you're going to hire a head coach, and if he wins 6 or 7 games next year, new ownership probably turn around and fire him. You get the point. Okay. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.